How did you choose that teal color for the wives' uniforms?
That first pilot, listen, the clothing is all about color tones, right? And the society is delineated by those colors. It was not, it could never be an afterthought, right? And we would have to live with it for season upon seasons. So there was that. The teal happened because after finding the red.
How did you find the red?
How do we find the red? Oh my God. I'm looking at all this red now because I stay away from red as as an Asian woman. It's so cliche. So there was a moment where I was wearing red in the 90s, and then I was like, I'm never wearing red or red lipstick or have long hair because it's so typical, right, for Asians. And I didn't forever, and now I do. But when I was trying to find the red, your eye just goes to wherever in the room. Your jacket, that glass, that rug, outside, wherever you can find it. And where I was in Canada was this beautiful industrial room, all concrete, perfect for Gilead, gray. Except there was this beautiful bright red pipe that is used during a fire or something. It had whatever cautionary signs on it. And I was like, that red is so beautiful. And there were 1,000 shades of red, and we went back and forth, me, Reed, and the DP. And then there was this beautiful photograph of Canadian maples, which are just maples in our country. It was a photograph, and on the edges they were just a shadowy edge, but it was teal. And, for me, I was like, the red is one of the hardest colors in TV, in film. You don't use it, certain reds, because it looks hideous and it never looks like what it is. And so for me, after banging my head, how can I solve this puzzle? Because in the original story, it was a story for just white women and white people, but we were going to have every beautiful shade, right, of person and all races. And I thought, now, every red does not look good on every skin tone. And so ultimately, I thought the color of blood, it's all the same color for everybody. You can't make a mistake because it's in nature. And so I likened that to a woman getting her moon or her menses. And that's a poignant color to choose in terms of fertility going down, as it is in real life today and in the story. And so the color of someone's menses was the right red, because ultimately, sounds dumb, but it looks good on everybody, that color red, but also it speaks to something huge, not said. And it looked like the color in the photo that Reed had. And then the edges being teal, I mean, if you look at this rug, or if you look at, complementary colors, or things that are opposite that really work well together, that teal was the perfect complement to the red, even though it's a secondary color, that teal. But somehow I knew that they were the exact opposite. So in the frame, psychologically, they would be the absolute opposite of need to a commander and a force together to intimidate when that might happen later in another season. And very different emotions, right? Cold, emotional in a different way, poignant, moody, sad. The color of water, and then the other one is fire, emotional, fertile, reactionary. So it did everything right.